Howdy folks, George Shively with you here on another project. One of our favorite boats to work on, a Tiara. This is a 1997, I think it's about 40 feet. Obviously you can see there's some older gear on here. Good stuff, but older. Furuno color video, Furuno radar, an older Garmin. I think it's a 2010, 2010C, so it seems it's a color. Couple VHFs and Simrad depth unit and Simrad AP3000X. So that's all going to change, as you well know. We're going to make a plate like we always do, cover up all the old holes. This lamp here, gooseneck lamp, will be going away. And we're going to put in a Garmin 8616. So the helm's going to be simplified real quick like, and it's going to look really sharp. Behind the helm on this one is kind of interesting. It's not the cleanest, as you know. We have an old style fuse panel there with various wires just kind of coming in from various places. A few things are wire tied. That's going to go away, obviously. We've got a power supply over there for something. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure that out. And inside, it's not too bad, but it's going to get cleaned up. Again, the beauty of the Tiara is that you can pull this helm back and you can actually work on the boat. What a novel concept. So anyway, stay with us here and you'll see how we proceed on here and how sharp this Tiara can actually look. Stay tuned. Howdy folks, back with you here. Just got done making the fascia for the Tiara, and this is how it's going to look. A whole lot less stuff than what was there, but not only will we have more abilities with this system, it'll all kind of work, which is a plus, and it'll look good. So the helm won't be all chopped up and having lots of stuff in it. We always like to use this method as opposed to piecing something together with starboard or acrylic if we can, as it just gives a really sharp look. So anyway, there you go. Stay tuned. Howdy folks. As you can see here, this is a little companionway down to the cabin on the Tiara. This is the pile of stuff that, as from a wiring standpoint, has come off. It was a mess. It was not neatly done. I'd like to show you what the, here's the, here's a close-up of the fuse panel for all the electronics that were in there. Nothing labeled, dirty, corroded, you know, really. Doesn't take a lot of work to do a nice job, but if you look now on the inside of the helm, I mean, it's pretty nice and clean in there. All my wires are going to be coming out of that upper hole. It's neat, it's clean, it's not a disaster. It's been vacuumed out in the bottom, so it's the little stuff. Most people will never see this or be aware of it, but it's important. So, and again, this is the beauty of a Tiara right here, is that they had enough foresight to think, this boat may need to be worked on one day. Wouldn't it be nice to get to the back of the helm? Well, wonderful Tiara. Stay tuned. Howdy folks, back with you. Just real quick here. We've got the helm cut out, ready to accept the new aluminum fascia that's going to go over that. We're going to be painting that tonight and tomorrow and getting that ready to put in place. A lot of our wires terminated. Radar, our sounder wire. These are wires associated with the autopilot. I got the autopilot ECU mounted. The CCU, which is the compass unit, is mounted downstairs. So we're making headway. And when you see this next, the new fascia will be on, and we'll be putting new equipment in the boat. So making good headway. Stay with us, please. Thank you. Howdy folks, back on the Tiara. As you can see, and as we promised, the new panel is in place. The color is very close to the original gel coat. That is color matched by a body shop and then painted. So looks probably a lot different than it originally did, a whole lot less stuff. We're using the Matrix, existing Matrix VHF, simply because that's got AIS, I believe, built into it, as well as NEMA 2000 capability. The other standard radio did not. We added in a little USB plug here, which also shows a static voltage level. So just at a glance, you can see what your voltage level is to the helm, which is always helpful. So that's where we're at. Now we've got some wiring to do, and we'll get ready here to finish up. But I just want to show you how things turned out thus far. So stay tuned. Thank you very much. Howdy folks, I want to give you a look here behind the helm. All the gear is in, and except for main power being connected down at the fuse panel down there, it is done. And I just kind of wanted to show you how things are looking here. It's very neat, very clean, not wires everywhere. Everything is identified. Your NEMA 2000 network is here. Everything has little tags on it so we know what the heck it is. Your ECU for your Garmin Pilot. Again, everything is labeled down on the power panel so we know what's what. And this is just kind of how the back of the helm looks. Again, kudos to Tiara, man, so that you can actually sit back behind the helm and work on it, of all things. So just amazing. So it's a pleasure to work on Tiaras. They're well thought out. So anyway, that's where we're at here. Almost there, and we'll come back when I've got everything ready to turn on. Howdy folks, last view here on the Tiara. Everything is installed and working correctly. We're still on the hard, so we're not going to have a GPS fix. But we have our VHF installed, and that's already got an MMSI in it, which is great. Of course, your 8616, that we can come here, we can go to our sonar, we can come up to here. It's a great unit. Very easy to use if you want to go to your radar, dual screen radar. Just very straightforward, very intuitive to use. Over here we have our GHC 50. This is our display for our autopilot. It can display a number of things, but we are going to use that for the autopilot. And our little USB device over here, which allows you to plug in a USB. You can turn that display off. If we just push the button there on the right side, that static voltage display goes off. But that's kind of a handy thing to have. Just you get a glance at it and you know what your static voltage is at the helm. So it's just kind of nice. So anyway, that's how we are here. Everything looks good, and we're ready for the boat to go in the water. So as always, George Shively, South Shore Marine Electronics. You can reach us at 216-407-6553. Our email, southshoremarineelectronics@oh.rr.com. And our web address is southshoremarineelectronics.com. Thanks very much for watching. Appreciate you tuning in.